Now we have a serious warning about the millions of dollars Americans rely on for retirement. More than 62 million people get benefits from the Old Age and Survivors Insurance Trust Fund. A new government analysis says in just 6 years, the fund will only have enough money to pay 78% of its scheduled benefits. Now, this calls for CBS News business analyst Jill Schlesinger to break it all down for us. So explain to us, how does all of this work?
Okay, Social Security is a pay-as-you-go system, meaning workers pay for the people who are retired. So you're working hard right now. You see that FICA tax come out, 6.2% of your pay. Your boss matches 6.2% of the pay. That goes to pay for your grandma's Social Security benefits.
Right.
When there are tons of baby boomers working, we built up extra money that we didn't actually have to pay out. There were so many people working. Now, flipped on its head, the boomers are all retiring.
Right.
Now we don't have enough money of all those reserves that built up to actually pay out the promised benefits. So this is a really important issue because we've been warning about this probably for about a dozen years.
Yep.
And it takes Congress to act. So it is not that the system is going broke. It's that those excess reserves that built up, those are going to be depleted.
So what happens in 2032?
Okay, so magic year 2032, which is oddly close to the year I would be claiming Social Security. What happens is the way Social Security is structured is that it automatically would mean that there are cuts to the promised benefits.
Right.
So that would mean a 22% reduction automatically going into effect. So can I just play this out?
Yeah.
Most Americans, on average, receive, let's say, a $2,000 monthly check.
Right.
That would mean, as of 2032, you get a lopped off amount, and it is reduced by 22%. So it's no longer your $2,000, right? It's now $1,540.
That's significant.
And that is so important. That's
crazy.
the part. So even if you've already claimed benefits, for people who are like, oh my God, I'm going to claim early, no matter what, every single person will take a 22% reduction.
So can anything be?
I wonder if Trump's no tax on Social Security would help that. You get what I'm saying? Because that's, you still get taxed on your Social Security because it's an income. What if the no tax on Social Security balances it out a little bit? You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know if they're implying those taxes right now on that. You know what I'm saying? So maybe that's my thought about it. That's by 2032. People like me that's young, we still got 35, 37 years left to work to retire legally. They might, to be honest, they're going to probably push up the legal age to retire. Eventually, I predict like 75, to be honest. I know that sounds far-fetched, but it's more reasonable within 35 years. For those people that don't understand that, well, the more people that retire, the more the government has to fund their, like, at least their Social Security. We're not even talking about Medicaid, Medicare, but at least their Social Security. And that's because they've been funded into it their whole life. And then they supplemented the boomers or the older, I say the oldies or the elderlies that retired, and now we fund them, right? So like there's a lot of people retired now that we're funded. But guess what's happening? The birth rate is not replacing the death rate. So our birth rate is down like more than almost 50%. So there's not more kids, not only for security reasons, there's not more kids to supplement the Social Security to bring back in benefits for the people that will retire, like me at my age in like 30 years. We don't have our retirement in. It's like you quit a job without the next job being ready. You know what I'm saying? I get old and the workforce up under me is not there to supplement my retirement. And that's why I say that's the con of like the feminist movement, when women don't want to have children or whatever, or just not enough relationships are happening, not enough babies, not enough symptoms. It could be the environmental situations, but the forget about the cause, but the effect of it. The effect is that when we get old, and we will, there won't be someone to provide funds for us. So with that information, what do you do with that, right? Well, I'll tell you this. With that information, the government has to do one of multiple things. They have to either lower or remove taxes like Trump did in the big, beautiful bill, or they would have to make it universal, like healthcare, because then people like me are funded into retirement funds that I won't also benefit from. Eventually, we're going to catch on and be like, nah, man, if I'm not getting paid the money back that you promised me, what is the point of paying into it, right? So take that into consideration when you're thinking about that. I say personally that this problem can be solved technically with Americans having more children, because not only does it replace the people that needs to replace the oldies. I call them the oldies. Anybody that's about to they're more close to the end than they are close to the beginning when it comes to the safety of our country. We need to replace those people, of course, obviously for safety reasons to even keep our country. And I think that's why the robots are coming. That's another conversation. But we also need the birth rate to go on for the retirement of the individuals that are here, or the government will have to supplement us. Now, that's not more likely. I don't believe they would do that. They would have, unless they're forced, right? Unless they're forced, or they increase the taxes on the regular people to supplement the people that are retiring because we don't have the youth to replace us. Those are, it gets very deep, but it's all from the cause and effect of not continuously having children coming in. You know what I'm saying? Like, you put them in the workforce, you put them in the army, you allow them to replace the oldies, and then we take care of them. But there's no youth to take care of them. So now you got semi-oldies taking care of the oldies. You know what I mean? It's like in a nursing home setting. You have the CNAs, right? And the CNAs are taking care of the old individuals. But now the CNAs' average ages they're almost around their 30s, because the youngins ain't coming in to be CNAs no more. They just going straight to nurses. So who will be taking care of the old people when the people that are taking care of them now, the 30s, 40s, and the kind of late 50-year-olds are taking care of them? Who's going to replace them? You get what I'm saying? So if you think about it in that aspect, it gets kind of deep. But at the end of the day, like I said, there are solutions to problems, but then it's a catch-22. You know what I mean? Is the government going to supplement us for the money that we're giving and not getting returned? Because I got to worry about that. Like, I've been funding Social Security since I was working like 15, 16 years old. So are you telling me at my age of 67, from 28, 29, and that's right now, I believe that the age will eventually be pushed back. So that gets even deeper, because it's like, well, it's 67 right now, the retirement age to get Social Security. What will be the real age later? Because we're talking like another 30 years from now, maybe even 40 years from now of my retirement. What's going to be the age? Then you got to equate kind of like the death rate. Like, what age is the average death age? And I think right now it's at like 87 male, 89 female. So, and the average death rate mixed with the retirement age, you got to think about somebody's eating off the government for about 20 years before they possibly crow. So they would have to almost be forced. I know this it's kind of nerdy, but it makes sense. Then a person would have to retire. They would have to be forced to retire at an older age, because the government cannot supply money to that individual the closer they are to like 67, of course, because our average age of death is around 89, 87 at the moment. You know, we talking 30, 40 years from now, our average age of death might be 95, to be honest, 98. That means there's a lot of people living over 100. And then how do we supplement that? By pushing the retirement age, the Social Security retirement age, to a higher number, and taxing the public so they can supplement them. While solution, like I said, create more children. Shit get deep, man. Shit get deep. I'm just telling you what it is, bro. Just telling you what it is. And then you got to think about the tax. Like, a lot of people go, like, I can rant about this all day, man. It's like the 401k, the Roth IRA. Like, are you going to put your money in a 401k that's going to be taxed later at a higher rate? Obviously, it's going to be taxed at a higher tax rate. Or would you put yours more in a Roth, pay the tax up front? That's all. Because that extra money you think you're not getting because you're not paying the tax now, the tax doubles, or even just, it takes your profit away. Let's just say that. It's your boy Angelo Savage. Tell me what y'all think about this in the comments section. That is the Social Security's on track to be at payout of 78% by 2032. We're in trouble. Okay? We're in trouble. Don't forget to like the video. Please like the video below. Get those thumbs up. I appreciate the love, everybody in the chat. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you have something to say important, or you agree with your mans, comment below. It's your boy Angelo Savage. Let's get it. It's the Savage Report. It's the daily night news. We out of here. It's your boy Angelo Savage. Let's go.